subject to is taking over somebody else's property. Somebody else that already has a property, they have a mortgage on it. Usually they can't get out of it. In other words, they owe so much on the property compared to what the property's worth. There's very, very little delta between the two. Therefore, they're stuck. They hire an agent. The agent can't really sell it because if the agent sells it, they're going to be upside down. They'll have to take money out of their pocket to get rid of it. So subject to the rescue is how it's brought about to people, where you go in and because the interest rate's so low, you're going to take over their payment. They're going to deed it into an LLC or a limited partnership, and now you're going to have control of it through that limited partnership. And then maybe because the interest rate's so low, there's a pretty good delta between what they get for rent and what their payment is. And so you work it out. You're going to figure out what the payment and taxes are, and you're going to make a deal with the seller. And now you're going to have what is totally a strange relationship. In other words, you're going to make this deal where you're basically purchasing the property, not completely, definitely not completely, legitimately. And now you're going to have this ridiculous ongoing relationship with the seller. And it gets complicated because the seller's leveraged to his teeth on this property that you're going to rent and make some money on. That's kind of the concept. But what happens is that tenant or that seller, if you want to call it seller, the guy that holds the mortgage, he's going to end up wanting to buy something else. And when he talks to the bank's going to say, you're already leveraged to your teeth. You can't buy anything. And a lot of times people find themselves in this position. They feel betrayed by the person they made the deal with. And then they go get a lawyer, and right or wrong, you get yourself in a lawsuit.